Level Up Protocol. I am Trilla D. I have a pimple right on my nose, but the show must go on either way or the other. So this vlog is about 10 months weed free now. I'm at a 10-month point, almost at 1 year since I've quit weed. As you guys know, I had one lapse where for a weekend I smoked a bit. Since then, I have not smoked. I get a few urges to smoke now and then, but overall in general, I don't really feel like smoking. And if I do, it's usually if things are going bad, which is a good tell that that's not something I should be indulging in. So how am I feeling at this point? I'm feeling pretty much sober. I enjoy life sober. I'm sleeping, still sleeping amazing. I'm, appetite is there, enjoyment is there in life, in the simple things in life. I'm able to just live my life normal, and I'm officially on the other side now. I know a lot of people probably didn't think I would make it this far, but here I am. Now, what does the future hold as far as being weed free for me? I've been thinking about socially smoking. Definitely not how I was before, which is wake and bake and every night or things like that, or even every weekend. Maybe kind of in a similar relationship to that I have with alcohol, where I'll drink maybe once a month, if that kind of thing. What made me think about the social smoking aspect is I was hanging with a girl and she was smoking. And I was just kind of thinking in that moment, oh, it'd be kind of cool to, smoke with her and just vibe out and watch a movie or something. In the way it's probably supposed to be used most beneficial to people, as opposed to smoking to go to sleep or smoking before you eat and things like that, which is how I used to be. So overall, I'm feeling very good. My physical health has gone a lot up. I'm working out more. My self-discipline, that's the number one thing I will say. My self-discipline since I've quit weed has drastically increased 10 times what it used to be. Like, it's really crazy. It's like I actually can have these internal dialogues with myself and debate and be like, okay, I want to do this, but I shouldn't do this. I want to eat that, but I shouldn't eat that. I want to do that activity, but I shouldn't, so I'm not going to. When I was high, and even the weekend I lapsed, there was none of that. If I wanted to eat something, I would eat it. If I wanted to do something, I would do it. There was no real conscious. It kind of quietens down your conscience. So I'm sure if I were to socially smoke, say, if I was hanging out with some friends and smoke, I'm sure that would lead to me eating a whole bunch of junk food after when I get the munchies, and probably skipping my workout the next day, which is making me question where I should be with that relationship. Because even with alcohol, for instance, when I drink, it doesn't, like, I don't get super hammered and wake up super hungover and my whole next day is a write-off and my body feels like shit. No, I'll have a few drinks, get a little buzz going, and next day it's back to the regular program. I'm working out in the morning, I'm eating healthy, whatever. And I could still generally make okay decisions with the way I drink socially, that, I'll be like, all right, I'm not gonna go to Popeyes and get a 4-piece. On weed though, I don't know. For me personally, there's no real debate. It's just the temptations always win. So overall, it's been a interesting, very reflective journey, to be honest. Around the 2-month point is when I started to actually notice enjoying things sober again, like becoming my sober self, because for so long I was high all the time. It was literally my thoughts, my body, my identity. It was everything. So I urge you guys who are in the process of wanting to quit or just do a tolerance break or whatever, do 2 months, which sounds crazy, I know, if you're a regular weed smoker, because again, I'll tell you guys, if you've seen in my videos, I originally was planning to just do a tolerance break for 1 month. Then after the 1 month, I was like, I'm kind of in a groove right now. Let me try 2 months, 60 days. Then at the 60-day point, I was kind of like, you know what? I've freed my mind at this point. Why should I continue smoking or go back to it? I feel amazing at this point. So like, what's the point? So I urge you guys to try to hit that 2-month point. That'll put you in a position where you can actually gauge like what's going on here. Like, how do you feel? A lot of people say I went on vacation for a week and I stopped smoking and didn't really notice a difference and this and that. It's not the same. In 1 week, your body isn't making any much changes, and when you're on vacation, you're doing a lot of things, you're probably being very active and stuff like that, so it's really hard to kind of gauge what's going on as far as quitting and taking an actual break from being stoned all the time. So I will say try to hit that 2-month part. But for me personally, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling really great. And like I mentioned, the only times I really feel like kind of getting high and zoning out is when I'm not in the best mood. When things are going good, when I'm feeling great, the last thing on my mind is, I feel great right now. Let me ball something up and get high right now to increase my feeling goodness. You know what I mean? That's not really a thing. So that in itself really makes me think about the relationship with it for me personally. Now, again, I will say I'm not telling anyone on here to quit, because a lot of people really feel personally attacked when they watch my vlogs. I'm not telling nobody to quit weed. This is not a quitting weed vlog. This is just something I did in my life that had a positive effect. And one thing about me is I'm all about positivity when it comes to anything in life: exercise, quitting drugs, or religion, or anything. I'm not opposed to anything that makes people a better person. So if you become a Christian or a Muslim and it makes you a better person than the person you were before, then I support that. I'm all for it. I love that. The reasoning behind a lot of these things is what kind of bothers me. When, like, you know, for religion, for example, a lot of people are just in it because they've been in it, and they don't think for themselves because they've been told what to think their whole life, or they do it for a relationship or this and that. But I don't know. Like I'm saying, you know, if you smoke weed and it makes you a better person, then hats off to you. I support that. But if you're blindly defending you're getting high because you think it makes you a better person, but people around you don't think the same, and deep down when no one's around, you know it's stopping you from being your best self, that's something you should consider. So I'm gonna leave it at that for this one. This is 10 months weed free. I think when I hit the 12-month point, 1 full year, I may gauge and see how I feel. Maybe do some social smoking now and then, right? Because at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world to get high. Just like anything else in life, too much of anything is bad for you. And for me, at least, is very hard to control. I'm the type of person that when something feels good, I want a lot of it, whether it's sex or fast food or, you know, weed. Like, if something makes me feel good, I want a lot of it. And I usually overindulge in these things. So for me, it was the best move to quit and fall back for a bit, and I'll see, because I don't want to start smoking, you know, once a month, and then it turns into a weekend, then it turns into every night. Next thing you know, I'm pissing my money away on top grade marijuana and frying my brain and just stuck in my shell again, which is something I will never allow myself to get back to how I was. But we'll see what the future holds. And all you guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking around. More vlogging is coming. I'm going to have some dietary vlogs, show you guys some recipes, how to cook and stuff like that. Show you guys some workouts finally. And that's it. Some day in the life stuff will come along. Show you guys what I really got going on behind the scenes. All right. So that's it for this one. I am Trilla D, Level Up Protocol. Like and subscribe if you appreciate this content, and we'll talk to you guys real soon.